Good morning and welcome to the daily meditation, which is taken from the Center for Action and Contemplation and is contributed to by the co-founder, the American Franciscan spiritual writer Richard Rohr. The title for this week is called Reality Initiating Us, Part 2, and today, Tuesday, the 7th of April 2020, we're in Holy Week. The title of today's contribution is called Your Name is Written in Heaven. And this is what Richard Rohr says. You are not important, and yet Jesus says, rejoice because your name is written in heaven. Luke chapter 10, verse 20. We need a still point in this twirling world of images and feelings, especially in a time such as ours. If we are tethered at some center point, it is amazing how far out we can fly and not get lost. The true self, our name in heaven, is our participation in the great I Am. It is what Peter daringly calls the ability to share the divine nature. That is the second letter of Peter, chapter 1, verse 4. This true self is characterized by contentment, an abiding low-level peace and happiness. Every now and then it becomes pure joy. If there is no list of names in eternity, no confidence that we are known and chosen by God, we are burdened with making a name for ourselves every day. We must be self-made, every person out for themselves in a dog-eat-dog world, vying with each other for zero-sum dignity and importance. Instead of comparison, envy, competition, and scarcity, authentic spirituality is an experience of abundance and mutual flourishing. We are tempted to count only our material and ego gifts, which decrease with usage, whereas spiritual gifts actually increase with each use, in ourselves and in those around us. If we have no foundational significance, we must constantly attempt to self-signify and self-validate. We cannot help but be pushed around by our neediness and judgments, and we will push others around too. If we have no unshakable experience of divine approval, we'll be lost in fragile momentary experiences of victory that cannot be sustained or really enjoyed. We must find our North Star outside our own little comparative systems, or we will be lost in rivalry and daily defeat. It is a whole different way of looking at what we mean by God saving us. God first of all saves us from ourselves, our emotional neediness and hurt, and our obsessive mind games. Then, the truth of being is obvious and all around us. Our importance is given and bestowed in this universe as part of the unbreakable covenant between us and our Creator. We are declared important from the beginning. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4 and verse 9. And when we really know it, we have no need to prove it. We are reminded who we really are in God when Jesus tells us that our name is written in heaven. Surely God holds medical workers and first responders close to God's heart right now as they put their lives on the line to support us. The courage they are showing is the kind of courage that comes from knowing the value of life. I pray that we may all operate from that place as we struggle through the coming days. Here ends the meditation for today.